Hey everybody, welcome back to the Energy Healing Lifestyle Journal. We are on Self-Care Challenge Day 9, talking about self-awareness in the root chakra and also our beliefs, which are rooted in our root chakra, right? So if you don't already have your journal, which is really just papers I created some journal templates, papers, if you will, to help me stay focused each day and put them into a binder, which works out really well for me. So then I can reflect back. I keep all of my root chakra days in one and sacral in another and follow through. And I can easily check back from the week before on each day. So it makes it really simple and easy. I've made copies to share, by the way, if you are interested. So the chakra journal templates are in the Chakra Healing Challenge self-study on my platform, and I'm creating a new journal, just so you know, to follow along and incorporate more of the self-care and protecting our energy. And yeah, that will be ready soon. So that will be given away actually if you participate or join in on the as an observer, as a what's the word I'm looking for? You know, attendee to the summit when I share my spiritual awakening story. So, yeah, that's exciting too. So, it's going to be a little more specific to what I'm covering each day now as I incorporate more of what I call pray, protecting your energy, releasing what isn't yours, and appreciating the now, right? The present moment. That's such a great way that we can refuel ourselves, clear our own energy, as we detach the negative, heavy, gross, gunky energy from our energy body, we then refill it with that of gratitude and unconditional love, right? If you do that, you will notice a difference. I can guarantee it. So for today, again, right, we want to be aware, assess, and align. Be aware of us. So literally on our day one of root chakra healing, looking in with self. Our first day of our self-care challenge begins with S, all about self, right? So that self-awareness, checking in with you in mind, body, and spirit. So, or mind, body, and soul, whichever way you like to say it, energy, body, slightly different. But when you check in with yourself, literally put your focus in on your body. Start there. What do you notice? What do you feel? If you start at the top of your head and you just follow down through your face, the back of your head, your mouth, your jaw, your neck, go all the way down into your shoulders, the front of your chest, your upper back, down to the middle, back around, down your arms, into your hands, right? Put your focus through your whole entire body. What do you notice? What do you feel? Do you feel any tension? Do you feel any pain? Do you feel really relaxed? Do you feel strong? Do you feel a sense of weakness, right? Sometimes we can really feel like, gosh, my arm just feels weak today, or maybe it feels heavy today. Tap into that. What is it trying to tell you? And really listen to your body, right? Do a chakra scan. Really focus on each one of your chakras. Start at the root chakra, which is at the base of our spine. Sit with that for a minute or two quietly. Just put your focus there. Don't try to overthink. Don't try to insert anything or guess. Just like you're listening. Like if you could imagine, it just came to mind. If you could imagine that your root chakra is talking to you, what would it say? And don't try to answer that question, but just kind of set the intention to listen, right? So the focus is on the tailbone, the root chakra, and I'm just listening. And when my thought starts to appear, if it's not related to that, then just bring your focus back to it. Just be like, shh, listen, listen. Can you hear that? Not yet? Wait, try again. Like really try to hear. Just listen. Something pops up, note it. Something pops up, note it. And then listen again, right? Do that with each and every one of your chakras, or at least the main 7 as we walk through our journaling process. when I've been talking about the root chakra and grounding, right? So, if many of you are familiar with the chakras, you know that we do talk about grounding, and it's really good for the root chakra, keeping it balanced and keeping it clear. It's not just the root chakra, it is us, right? It's part of us. So, yes, earthing, and also that grounding of like grounding into your body. So, empathic healers, just that reminder, right? How often do we get so focused out here in that push and pull? And you almost feel like, oh, I just got that old feeling again. You almost feel like you're, I mean, my I can't even say the word, astrological sign is Cancer, something like that, crab, right? Retreat into the shell because you're so got so much stuff that we're picking up on out here, right? And it's overwhelming and can be very, very draining. You get people pulling and pulling and pulling and like sucking on your energy, so to speak. It's like wanting to retreat back into that shell and block it off. In a sense, but in a healthy manner. I am not retreating, but I am grounding into my body. Because when I'm grounded into my body and not trying to just hide from the energy outside of me, and I'm not saying that in a blame, shame, or guilt way or a bad way or anything of the sort, but when we're trying to escape and get away from that intense energy from out and around us, it's a different feel. It's more of a can you feel that? Even just saying it. I have to escape, right? What do those words say to ourselves? What does that mean to us to escape? Like there's danger there, right? I need to hide from it because it's too much and it's too overwhelming. So there's just a lot of that heavy, icky energy going on. However, the difference being when I can stand tall and firm, grounded into my body, that's empowering, right? Here's me having that self awareness. I'm not lost out here in the chaos of all the energy around me. Here's me grounding within me, right? Same with you. Here's you, seeing you, feeling you, being you, ground in your body, right? Detaching from all the chaos of the energies pushing and pulling around you. It's empowering, it gives us strength. It is a way, it is a method to protect our energy and helps us identify and be aware, increasing that self awareness as we talk about on Mondays. Well, every day actually, right? To be aware, assess, and align. But in our self awareness, it helps us determine and see and feel what is mine, how much of that energy I'm feeling is mine, and how much is not. So I can release what is not mine. I don't have to hold on to that. I don't have to carry it. I don't have to be stuck in it. And I don't have to be pushed and pulled by it, right? Feeling within, grounding within me, and then what is mine? If it's not mine, transmute it into unconditional love and send it back to its original source. If you're not sure how to go through that process yet, at least send it back to its original source, right? It will be sent and received as it needs to. I don't add any extra energy, by the way, to that. I just detach from it, send it back to its original source. We'll talk more about that at the masterclass, by the way. What else? Our beliefs really affect this process as well, right? When it comes to protecting our energy and releasing what isn't ours, because when you identify as an empath, empathic healer, energy worker, light worker, whatever titles or labels you might identify with, roles, we have ideas and beliefs around that. What does it mean to be an empath? What does it mean to be an empathic healer? Whether I actually have a business of healing or not, right? We start to feel like it's a duty, a role, a responsibility that we take on, that we are sent, that we're like sent here, right? We're going through this not in vain. We're going through this for a purpose and a reason, and we're going through this because we're here to help heal the collective. I don't disagree with that. It's the how to, I think, that got really muddied and twisted along the way. What we have I have accepted to be love or unconditional love or helping and healing isn't always in the right lap. I'll say it that way. It's It's not always in the right lap. Sometimes us just being us, because we have a certain energy, right? Maybe it's a certain calmness, whether we feel it or not. People around us can feel it. I've literally, tell me if you resonate with this, I've literally felt super anxious myself inside and had people around me be like, "You're just so calm." Like, what? What? Okay. But that's what they felt from me, like this calmness from me. So we're not always in tune with it, or because we're feeling what's going on around us, right? And assuming it's ours. So deep within, I wasn't aware I had a deeper inner calmness to me in my energy field. But because I'm picking up on all the chaos around me, I wasn't feeling that deeper inner calmness that is me. I was too engulfed and internalized all this other stuff, right? Who else has done it? I know I'm not the only one. So these reminders to be aware, and this is just part of this process, and it's kind of new, so I'm just bringing it all in together, and I want to support you in it as much as I can. And as much as we would like to just protect our energy and be like, shield it, be done, and walk around in a protective bubble, in a sense, we can create that, right? An energetic protection. Absolutely. However, we're still going to feel like we don't get to stop being an empath. So, in my odd sense of humor, I don't know if you saw, I created like a short or a reel, one of those short little videos, and I clipped it because it just came to mind the one day about resigning as an empath. I'm not going to do that anymore. Like I wish, and sometimes I wish. I wish less now than I had in the past. You could do that. But there are ways that we can manage our energy better. And this is one. And there's so many actually pieces to it. And I just want to share them with you and support you in it too. What am I? Oh, the other part of pray. So protecting our energy, P for protect. The R is releasing. We have to be aware of what's ours first, right? So we have to be grounded, root chakra, grounded into our bodies first before we can determine what is mine and what isn't. Release what's not ours. As I mentioned yesterday, if you happen to hear, I even mentioned that things that are no longer serving our highest is no longer ours. So we need to release that. Okay. So some of our patterns and cycles that have helped us, and it was part of our journey, so it was for our highest. When we're ready to break those patterns, change those cycles, start new patterns, that means we can it's no longer serving us. That old pattern is no longer serving us. We can release that too, right? It's no longer ours. Release that, detach from that. When we release, we allow the space for new to come in. When we release the stress, we allow calmer energy, a space for that to come in, right? And then appreciate the now. So I know sometimes that's a challenging one of really getting into the present moment. If you can take some time, give yourself even a minute. How many things can you think of in 1 minute to be grateful for? And really, really feel that gratitude, right? When we build the energy of gratitude, it increases our vibration. All those spaces where we had that chaos and that icky, heavy, gross energy, and we've released that, now there's space for something calmer, something quote unquote better, right? Something that we want to feel more of, like gratitude and unconditional love. So when we start taking the action to build on the gratitude, we start to fill in that space. It's no longer the space of chaos, it's the space of gratitude, the space of unconditional love. Let me know if that makes sense. And my apologies, I didn't have comments showing, and I can see them now. Hey, Iona, I don't know if you're still here with me. I'm so sorry. I did not see comments. I had my screen bigger. Iona says, Hey, love. Hey, love. How are you? Iona says, yay, not sending extra back. Yeah, right? Yeah. So my ego would do something like that. My ego would say, like, this, yeah, won't even go into that. We don't want to feed the ego. So thanks for hopping on. Again, my apologies. I didn't see comments there. I had my banner up in full screen and focusing on my journaling and my notes and making sure I had all of my pieces in, which I think I did. So again, let me know if that makes sense. And my apologies, I made a mistake yesterday. I think on my live, I said that the master class is November 10th. Not sure why that date came into mind, but that's not right. It's the 20th. So November 20th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my very first master class, first live round. Link is in the description. If you've not yet signed up, come join me. Very excited about it. Adding more about protecting our energy, releasing what isn't ours. Boundaries is incorporated in that, right? So we're covering mind, body, and soul. Again, soul, energy, body, I kind of see them as the same-ish, same-ish. And then spirit is up even higher. So being aware, self-aware, checking within, what are your beliefs about being an empathic healer? What roles and responsibilities do you tend to take on with that title, right? What are your beliefs around that? Because that's really going to affect what type of boundaries or no boundaries that you set or don't set, I should say, right? How we think and feel about what that means will determine if we set boundaries and what the boundaries look like and if we can maintain them, right? I giggle because I know for myself, boundaries have always been a challenge. So be aware, assess, and when I mean assess, whatever came up into our awareness, would you say that that is in alignment with the source of unconditional love? I'm really wanting to pull that in deeper and deeper because as I'm preparing, I think I shared a little bit before, as I'm preparing to share my spiritual awakening story on Iona's actually in her summit, getting my timelines in order because me and dates and times, right, don't really, so it may or may not be super accurate on that, but just saying, time's an illusion. The process is what counts, right? But as I'm preparing and preparing, and more things are coming in, and more things are coming up, and thinking about protecting my energy, and thinking about when those times when I wasn't protecting it, and where it led, and what was important, and what was that thing, what was that saving grace in my? Because there are pieces like, well, this, and then there's that, but that true saving grace in my journey, in my process through the dark night of the soul, whew, right? Getting through that, moving beyond that, allowing healing to occur, allowing myself to receive love, period, for me was the source of unconditional love, like that higher, highest knowing and that belief and that feeling. And sometimes it's not even just a belief, it's a ask and it is given, like directly, because there have been times when I would be in prayer and meditation and like begging, feeling that, like that moment of surrender is what I'm calling it. That moment of surrender where you just like, I don't know. I tried everything I knew how, and because we only know what we know at the time. I tried everything I knew how, and this doesn't work, and what can I do? And God help me, and then there's like this whoosh of energy, this like whoosh of healing, of love that is almost unexplainable. And that happens, like, not all the time, but it's happened more than once for sure. And it reaffirms the knowing that I had before, and it reaffirms or reassures that forgiveness is a thing. Unconditional love is a thing, right? We humans, that human egoness stuff can muddy things up a little bit, but beyond the human, in spirit, pure spirit, that has been my saving grace. So when I say align, get in alignment with the source of unconditional love, whatever that means to you, get into alignment with that. Mm. So your beliefs about being an empathic healer, the source of unconditional love, does the source of unconditional love mean you have to suffer? Does it mean, does the energy of the source, let me say that again. Does the energy from the source of unconditional love, quote unquote, curse you, right? Because we often say that being an empath is often can be a curse or a gift. Again, I chuckle from my own memories. But so if we're in alignment with the source of unconditional love, that's not accurate, right? It would not be a curse because unconditional love doesn't curse, period. Let me say that again. Unconditional love does not curse, period. So let me leave it at that. I think that's a good place to wrap up. So thank you, Iona. If you happen to come back again, my apologies. I did not see the comments. So thank you for stopping in, loves. It was great to see you, and I will see and talk to you so soon. Excited about the summit starting up. What else? Again, click the link, join the masterclass. I'd love to see you there. And keep journaling, keep taking care of you every single day. I will see you back tomorrow for emotions and the sacral chakra, and we will talk more about pray, protecting your energy, releasing what isn't yours, and appreciating the now. Take good care. So much love. Bye, guys.